Our solution for drop low. I want to take you back to Hamburger, which I introduced to you here in Module 6. Hamburger was a simple program that introduced procedures, all voids, and it was about when do I pass by value and when do I pass by reference. And basically, in our work, anytime we get data, we pass by reference. Anytime we display, since we already have the data, we pass it by value. And anytime we process, we may want to do both. If we already have the data, like num and pr in process down here, we're going to pass these by value. If we're trying to manufacture the data, like cst, stx, and tot, we pass these by reference. So again, get data by reference, display by value, and process both. If you already have the data, pass it by value. If you're trying to manufacture, pass it by reference. So Hamburger was all about when do I pass by value, when do I pass by reference. Drop low 1, or drop low, was all about when do I use a procedure, when do I use a function. So the definition of a procedure is something I use when I want to return nothing or more than one thing. When I use a function, I want to return just one thing. Side point, the one thing in our little world now is a single variable, but down the road in real programming, the one thing will be a structure. It'll be like a record, and that's a concept that's beyond programming 1. Okay, so here I am. I've got get scores, which is going to be a procedure because I want to return these 4 scores, and as you can see here in get scores, I'm going to return by reference. Find lowest is a function because I want to return the low score. Okay, and in this case, I should fix that here. I should say low is assigned find lowest. I want to return the lowest score into low. Okay, that's what a function does. Calc average is a function because I want to return the average, and display is a procedure because I don't want to return anything. I simply want to send the scores, the low and the AVG, to be displayed. So once again, get scores, procedure, because I have more than one thing to return. Find lowest is a function because I just want to return one thing. Okay, how do I return it? Through the call. Calc average is a function because I want to return one thing. Display is a procedure because I want to return nothing. Here, get scores, I'm passing by reference. Find lowest, I'm passing these by value. Calc average, passing these by value. Display, passing these by value. Here are the prototypes that you can study if you want to know how to set those up. And also I want you to know, here's the logic for get scores. And you can stop this video anytime you want to take a look at that. I did do some validation there. Here's the header where I pass by reference. Here's the logic for find lowest. Okay, I created a holder and I gave it score 1, and if score 2 is less than holder, holder is score 2. If score 3 is less than holder, holder is score 3. If score 4 is less than holder, holder is score 4, and I return holder. But I did have to pass these scores down here by value. Calc average is a function. I passed everything down here, the scores and the lowest, by value, and here's the logic. I returned score 1 plus score 2 plus score 3 minus lowest divided by 3. And one of the students sent me an email and said, hey, you didn't really say to do that in the project. And you know what? I checked it, and that was correct. So this is the logic that I want you to see, though, just to know how to drop the low score. And then here's display, where I passed everything down here by value, and I just simply displayed everything. Okay, so you can stop this anytime you want to take a look at any particular piece of the logic. But again, the purpose of drop low was really to figure out when do I use a function and when do I use a procedure. The other thing I want to say is in find lowest and calc average, you'll notice no ampersands. No ampersands here because I didn't pass anything back by reference. I passed everything back through the function call. That's why we have a return statement in both of these functions. Anyway, I've given you a lot of stuff here. I hope this helps.